Hey everybody, this is Lane or airhogan with the MCEvolved channel, and today I just want to talk about something really quickly. And I thought this was really cool, but before I get into the video, I just want to say that this video is not sponsored in any way, and it's just something really cool that I thought I would show all you guys. So before I start this, I'm going to go ahead and open up Steam, and if any of you guys don't know, the Steam sale, actually the summer sale, started yesterday and ends July 4th, so go check that out. There are really great deals here, as you can see. But one thing I want to talk about is, I wouldn't necessarily call it a Steam replacement or something like that, but more like something that you can use alongside of Steam. I don't really know how to explain it. So Steam is a client or a website, and you can purchase games on here or play free-to-play games and add friends and use the Steam service to actually play multiplayer on them. So I kind of have not an alternative, but something cool that's like this. So we have here is the Steam summer sale. Now, you guys have probably at least once in your lifetime have checked out the free-to-play games, and you'll notice that they are mostly indie games, but there is a very huge selection, but it can get very repetitive. There are some of the same games out there, and you can't really play. I don't know how to put this. Like, play different games, I guess you could say. Now, there is a great selection of free-to-play games on Steam. Don't get me wrong. There are great games on the free-to-play, but say that you want to play something a little bit more indie and have a great selection of free-to-play games of all sorts of genres. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little website called GameJolt. So most of you may have heard of this. If not, then here is a little thing about this. So GameJolt is like an indie, kind of like a Steam. It's like the Steam for indie games. Now, they have recently made a thing called the GameJolt Marketplace, and you can actually sell your own indie games on there. So on Steam, I believe you have to get your game greenlit, and then it has to go through the process of being voted on by other people. But on here, as far as I'm aware, you don't have to do that. You can just put it on there, but I'm not exactly sure on that, so don't quote me on here. But what I do understand is that this is a really cool website / client, and I'll be getting into the client here in a second. So right off the bat, in the top right corner, you'll see something, I think it says like log in and sign up. You go ahead and sign up. I'd say it's worth it. You can make a free account, and all you need is your email, and then other than that, everything else is free. It doesn't send you spam emails or anything like that. I trust it, so I say you guys can trust it too. But go ahead and make an account here, and then you'll be taken to this main page here, and this is like the featured page on GameJolt. So one thing I'm going to show you is, if you you see this little menu with the three lines here, go down here and actually go to the client tab, or you can go to gamejolt.com/client. And this is really cool because you can download this client and actually have the same features as the website, but on a client. And as you can see up here, it says, this is a pre-release, it's not yet finished. Constructive feedback and ideas are welcome to help shape it and basically give it the best experience possible. But it will automatically detect your operating system, I believe. So if we go ahead and download that, and you just install it really quickly, open it up. Since I'm using Chrome, it does actually, you can open it up and it will install it, and everything will be done. So I have that open now, and if I just head back to the main page, I was looking at a cool little game. So this looks very close to the website. You sign in, and here's your profile. Now, the cool thing I like about this website is not only can you get really neat indie games for free, there's a great selection of free indie games, you can also add your own friends and actually comment on the games and give them either reviews or tell the developer that they're doing a good job, etc. You know, things like that. So right off the bat here, we have a game called while ago, Void Pyramid. Okay, so then you have a little mini description here. It says, make your escape from the space prison in a post-apocalyptic Egyptian empire. So say I'm interested in this game. Then right off the bat, you have teen. This is the rating that, kind of the age rating here. Then you have the rating from actual players. And you can see that this has a rating that is 2 ratings and the average is 5. So then if you scroll down a little bit, this is the reason why it has a teen rating, because fantasy, violence, and suggestive themes. Then you have your genre and then status and other things like that. So then you have either a download, if there is a download, and a sometimes there are soundtracks, so you can download the soundtrack or listen to the songs, which I think is really cool. And then you'll have your downloads for the game too. Now, then you'll have the description. So here's all your stuff about your the game that you're interested in. Then under here you have all the related games like this. And then here are the comments of the people saying stuff like, this guy says, I've been loving this game on mobile and I'm thrilled to see it here. It would be great to see Rambo playing on the site as well. And then this guy is the actual developer. He said, good idea about Rambo playing. So, you know, this is a good way to contact the actual developer of the game and encourage them to make more things like this. And you'll have your videos, maybe a trailer to pictures. You can actually follow the game. So one thing about following the game is you can actually, you'll see if you hover over it, it says follow this game to add it to your library and be notified of news and updates. And then you can also add to a playlist. Now a playlist, say there's a series of games out there, so for example Five Nights at Freddy's, you can actually make a playlist and download them all and add them to the playlist so that you can organize your library of games a little more. So I already have a game downloaded, so I'm going to go ahead and go to my library, and it's in this little icon here. And this is called Pixel Hero Prologue VR Missions. And this is just a really cool game. And I went ahead and I downloaded it. Now you can install it through the client and install it onto your PC, which I thought was really cool too, because it is kind of like Steam in that aspect too. Not only can you you know, play or look at indie games, you can actually download them directly through the client instead of having to download them through your web browser and then, you know, unzip them or whatever you might have to do with the game. So this is just a little bit about the game part. Another thing that I thought was really cool, yeah, it's not on here, it's on the website. Okay, so if you go here, you'll see it's jams. So if you are a game developer or an indie developer or anything like that, right here is a section dedicated to GameJolt Game Jam. So most of you guys probably know what a game jam is. It's where you have a certain amount of time to create a game with either a theme or just to make a game in general, and then it gets voted to see which one was the best game. So you can actually create your own game jams and enter into game jams and submit your own games to them, and then they get voted on by the community. So if you go ahead and look down here, you can browse the current jams, and then you'll see these are all when it loads, community-made game jams. So this one's a horror jam, and it's all about horror. Send your created horror games, and then you'll see the duration, and then you can view the jam. Now, unfortunately, this jam does not have any games in it, but you can see here that there's a games tab, and then there's a live streams tab for anybody who's live streaming the game jam. So I just want to talk to you about that, just in case any of you guys are indie developers or interested in creating games or want to make a game jam of yourself. So today I just want to talk to you a little bit about GameJolt, and this is kind of what I want to talk to you about because I am doing the free-to-play Let's Play, and this is where I will definitely find probably most of the free-to-play games that I will be Let's Playing on here. So I just thought it was really cool, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about GameJolt or anything in general, leave them in the comments and I will answer them for you, and I will see you guys in the next one.